Hi, my name's Henry Collins and I'm an apprentice learning behaviour mentor with Castles Education. Tell us about your time with Castles. I've been with Castles since for 2 years now. First as a student, I was kicked out of my mainstream school for multiple reasons, fighting, bad behaviour, stuff like that. Then I was sent to Castles. I was at Castles for a year before I became a staff member. My time as a student in Castles was completely different to my time with my mainstream school. Just a different learning environment, a lot more friendlier, a lot more homely. And then Lee offered me, my boss offered me the apprenticeship role, which I took, out of an eyelid. And now I've been working with Castles for about 5-6 months. What does success look and feel like? Success looks and feels like when you've completely changed what your outcome would have been. For example, when I was in a mainstream school, the way I was heading, I wasn't going to have a GCSE to my name, and probably struggled to get employment. Whereas I can now say I've probably hit success because I've now got a future career in hand, thanks to Castles. What advice could you offer to another young person who finds the world a difficult place to live in? Look at your surroundings. Who are you around? What are your surroundings? Change your surroundings. Change the people you're around. It's probably the first big step to changing how you feel and how you're struggling in the world. I mean, one of the big things for me when I first came to Castles was changing my friendship group. That massively helped. You know, being from a mainstream school and people that encouraged me to mess around and stuff that made it hard for me to get along in school. Came to Castles, changed my friendship group, and now things are a lot better. What gives you the biggest buzz when you come to work? Seeing students that were in a similar situation to me, or even the exact same situation to me, you know, looking at getting kicked out of schools and no GCSEs, and then being able to do what the staff at Castles did with me and bring them out of that and achieve them GCSEs and help them look towards a future career. What's the greatest personal challenge that you've overcome? Probably my GCSEs. I was looking at no GCSEs whatsoever. And in the space of a year, went from having no GCSEs to getting B's and C's and everything. That's my maths, science, my English and my history, so can't go wrong with that. When you're not working, what are you most passionate about? A big part of my life is boxing. I've boxed since the age of 9 and I'm 17 now. From boxing, I have taken breaks in boxing, and when I look back in the past, when I look at these breaks I've taken, I've got myself in a lot more trouble. It's when I am boxing, I'm not having breaks, it's kept me off the streets, it's made me behave better in school. You know, you haven't got all this pent-up built frustration and energy because you're using it all at training. It massively keeps you out of trouble. You know, like I said, off the streets, hanging around with people that probably weren't the best crowd of people to be hanging around with. And boxing massively helped that. Another passion of mine is in my spare time, I'm also an apprentice gamekeeper, vermin control on a big 800-acre plot of land that we help control animals on and pests and whatnot, and help lamb and farm and sheep. Who's your hero and how has that person inspired you? Probably my mum. My mum came from a background of not having a lot of money, growing up in a rough area, to managing on her own with 4 kids and doing an amazing job. And she's always supported me through being in trouble at school, to being in Castles, to just everything, supported me a lot, and that is massively inspiring. In 3 words, describe what Castles stands for. The first one would definitely be chances. If it wasn't for Castle's second chance that they gave me, I definitely wouldn't be where I am today. Second word would be support. Castles are massively supportive in everything. Within the first 5 months, 6 months of being at Castles, I had had a sponsorship for my boxing. You know, I don't come from a rich family, I come from quite a poor family, and Castles straight away supported, noticed this was a thing I was passionate about and supported me massively. So definitely support. And third would be homely. You know, Castles became my second home. You know, I went from trying to avoid going to school to wanting to come to school every day. So definitely homely is a massive one.